When a kid first comes into Kids in Crisis, something really bad has happened.
There are all sorts of things that we see here that you wouldn't believe happen.
This ranges across socioeconomic background, race. You see children from all backgrounds here.
The number of kids that wind up in crisis and the severity of their crisis is exponential.
Nearly everybody that comes here has some major disruption. Sometimes it's a crisis, sometimes it's just a life experience that wreaks havoc.
My father was verbally, physically, emotionally, and mentally abusive.
My parents had their struggles with me growing up, the behavior issues, wanting to commit suicide.
We live in a world where our children are safe, and we want to try and help the person we see who isn't safe.
They can say, thank you for getting me this help. If it wasn't for Kids in Crisis, I honestly believe we wouldn't be here.
We rebuild lives here. That's huge. That's huge responsibility.
This is my home.
We could see the difference we make in a kid's life. And I don't think there's a lot of people in this world that can go around saying, I'm a part of something that saved a child's life. And everybody involved with Kids in Crisis can say that.
When kids are staying with us, we are everything to them. We wake them up in the morning, we put them to bed at night, we greet them after school, we take them to the dentist, we nurse them if they have an injury.
It's the first time they've maybe had 3 meals a day. It's the first time they've had no one yelling at them. It's the first time they're able to sleep in a bed with clean sheets, or even sleep in a bed.
These are things most people take for granted because it happens in their household. It doesn't happen in for many of these children.
And that's a big deal. So kids come into Kids in Crisis feeling a whole bunch of stuff, but they're feeling something, even if they don't want to show that to us.
Something in this place brings it out of you. Like, you literally want to talk to someone. When you see everybody laughing and having a good time, like, something in you just wants to, like, start talking to people, whoever that may be, and just, it literally, it's like they pull it out of you without doing anything.
These kids are allowed to be kids for the first time in their life.
We try to develop a path for the children to feel safer, feel more secure.
And that's, I think, what we really stress. We say, no, that's not something you have to worry about. That's our job. Your job is to be a kid.
It's an intimate setting because it's a home-like environment.
I was here off and on for maybe 2 or 3 years. Just being here in general, this is where it all started for me. So a reminder of, if I can come from Kids in Crisis, I can get anywhere in life.
You cannot put a price on a child who makes it through a crisis alive, safe, and can continue on and grow up to be a productive member of society.
My journey just tells me that things will always be okay. To never give up, to keep going. It could be worse. I remind myself every day, you know, what I've been through is not what makes me who I am now, but it encourages me to be a better person.
Any one of us could need help. Any one of us could face a crisis or a trauma. And if it happens to me, I don't want to feel alone.
I think it makes everyone at Kids in Crisis work all the harder because we see who we're protecting, we see who we're trying to help.
It really does kind of feel like angels come down and help families to kind of get everybody back on track. It's pretty powerful.
We have to care for these kids. Because if you don't care for them, then where do you start caring?
If we can help one family, that's a success.
I do get emotional. Because this is what all of us social workers, psychologists, this is what we want to do. Help kids.
It would be such a travesty if the community did not have Kids in Crisis. And these kids, thousands of kids who come in here, wouldn't be able to begin their new lives again without us. And I think that is just devastating for not only the children, but the community.
We can't worry that we won't have a bed for a child tomorrow. So we need to secure the sustainability of this organization so that kids 2 months, 2 years, 20 years down the road know that there's a place they can turn to for help and families can reach out to us. It is a house of hope.
You come here and you're down and out, your family's going through their issues, but you leave with hope. You leave with the encouragement from staff, knowing that you're gonna be all right. They give you the tools to move on. So you definitely leave here with hope. Come in hopeless, but you leave with hope.